Last night, members of the Uganda sports fraternity waited in vain to hear from President Museveni about the fate of the sports subsector in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. There was no mention of sports after nearly 2 hours of the presidential national address. This means that the subsector will remain in a lockdown, with a freeze on sports activities having held steady since 18th March. Sports Minister Denis Hamson Obua says his office has done the needful, leaving the subsector's fate in the hands of the National COVID-19 Task Force, headed by the Prime Minister Ruhakana Rugunda.
We have done our part. We now expect the National Task Force to look at the SOPs we have put in place, because the team we assembled was multidisciplinary and multi-sectoral in nature. You are aware that a number of our national sports federations has people of different disciplines. They are even doctors, they are lawyers. So they were able to look at all jurisdictions in terms of areas where sports has returned, areas where sports has not returned, and they were able to come up with a very, very comprehensive standard operating procedures.
Obua adds that the guidelines handed over to the Prime Minister's office have a proposal of a gradual resumption of sports activities.
We are also looking at starting with the non-contact games like golf. If we make a choice to have, for instance, football or netball return, that means in our plan, we will have them played in empty stadia. So we must also be able, as a country, to go by any of the choices that will be made.
Meanwhile, the sports minister has given the National Council of Sports and the Uganda Olympic Committee only 7 days to compile a list of sports performers that flew Uganda's flag with distinction at the continental, Commonwealth and Olympic levels.
I gave them 7 working days to make compilation of this list, such that upon receipt, I am able to manage it further for onward transmission to the office of the President for consideration.
Mpoza, NTV Sport.